Hey, ich bin Jack und in der heutigen Ausgabe von Evolution Beyond sprechen wir mit MAGiK von Team Desire, das am Montag gegen Maus einen Sieg eingefahren hat und Maus somit vom Tabellenthron gestoßen hat. So MAGiK, how are you doing today?
Good, good. Bit of a headache, but next is fine.
Right, why a headache?
Yeah, the allergies. I've had like hay fever developed for the last 3 years. So like house mites and all that stuff. It makes my like nose puff up like I have to sniff like every 2 seconds. I get a headache and it's horrendous.
Sorry to hear that, but we're here to talk about the game against Mouse that you won on Monday. And until you played against them, Mouse didn't lose a single map, so you were the first team to win a map or even two against them. Did you expect to go like the 2-0 against them?
I mean, I think we did the same last season. We also were the ones who took like the full 2 maps of them. I don't know if we were the first, but I think we were one of a few. But I mean, it was always the plan to win 2 maps of them. Our preparation was kind of wrong, I would say. Not wrong, but we just kind of got surprised by how the Vita went. So in the end, it went fine, obviously. But yeah, I mean, we expected to owe them. We expected to owe like almost like everybody in the league. The CGN game was obviously a surprise that we lost a map there. But yeah, it was just the 2-0 was normal, I would say.
Why do you think it was your team to beat Mouse for the first time and not anyone else?
We did it last season, first of all. And I think the better the team we play against, the better we perform. It might sound weird, but I think the higher quality players, like the better the players, the better we play also. Maybe it's a mental thing, but maybe it's also like in-game reactions and just the way they react to us is different. But I think definitely when we play against a bad team like Mouse, we also play better.
On Twitter and also on the stream, it seemed like you and Mouse and also VALORANT have like a friendship together, and that you really enjoy playing against them. I think also Resident commented under your tweet. Is that only the case with Mouse, or are there other teams and players that you like formed a group of friends with?
I mean, Mouse definitely, because I've always looked up to Alorante, obviously, since we played Heretics, and I was still somewhere in the UK scene being a nobody. And then I met Resident at Media Day, obviously. Yeah, I mean, John obviously is a good friend, I would say, and KLS, also a very nice guy. Hi Kitty. I'm probably gonna miss a few since my head's all a blur, but yeah, I would say from like almost any team, like Sebe from CGN, the coach, is a really nice friend. Like almost everywhere, like one or two guys that I can find it with, yeah.
If we stay on Twitter and the whole relationship to other teams and players topic, there have been some wild threads about you and with you, including you and your trash talking and your love for banter and stuff on Twitter. What do you think about that whole topic in our league in general?
I mean, obviously we're all here to perform, we're all here to win, we all want to be the best, but we also gotta understand we're a bit of an entertainment industry. And to keep it real, maybe our league isn't as stacked as the other ones, like as France, for example. And I think bringing a bit of banter, a bit of like, like making rivalries between each other, like spicing up the scene, making some entertainment, like, it's way more fun to see someone who talks big fall than someone to just lose a game. Like if someone like spices up a little bit, I think it brings a lot of fun, and the players find it fun too. They don't really care. Like I always joke about, even to the Kawana guys, the tweet I made on Media Day about the trash can. Like they say it was hilarious too. They don't really care. Like we all know it's jokes. Especially if it comes from me, like anyone knows. And I'm just like a big troll on Twitter. Like no one really cares.
Okay, so amongst the players, you're also known for the shit talker.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I see. Moving on to your roster and the synergy between you guys. When Desire announced their roster in the beginning of May, everyone was quite surprised by how stacked the roster looked like. And also some people talked about Desire as the new super team alongside with Mouse. And do you think that title is fitting or even justified?
I mean, obviously Mouse is the super team of the league right now, I would say. But yeah, our roster is definitely stacked, obviously with Davey P coming in, then Simon from the CS region, and Murii obviously being known in the DACH region already. and then Maru obviously having quite a past in esports within Valorant. Yeah, we are really stacked. I would say we're like big names next to Mouse, obviously, but we have only been practicing like 1 week before the season started with this team. Like it was quite like rushed at the end, I would say. So we didn't have much practice. So I would say synergy-wise, we're still working. We're still finding our identity as a team as a whole. But I think definitely what we showed in the Mouse game, the longer we play with each other, the harder opponents we face, the better we become.
We could see that you really played as a team together versus Mouse, but how satisfied are you with, like, right now, the current state with the team comp and the synergy?
I mean, we won them 2 Mouse games, but they were way too close. We look back at the games, obviously, went to full to review them, and then obviously a lot of like his individual mistakes, these rounds that we should have won. So definitely there are loads of mistakes still. We're still fresh with each other, we're still new. So I'm happy with the team, but there's still lots of work to do.
Obviously, with David, you have a really experienced player in the shooter scene. So, in the interview on stream after the win, you also said that he led you to these wins, and because he's your IGL, he obviously makes the calls. How do you think this experience that he brought in helps with him, or helps him with being an IGL? How can you tell that he has this experience?
Well, obviously I come from like I would say like a lower tier next to the new players in Desire. So obviously for me coming in with a team and actually having like a leader figure, someone who knows what he's saying and you can put trust in, obviously means a lot to me. And I can immediately notice a big difference from where I come from and now with this team. There's a big difference in that obviously. And just his I don't know, so his presence, his voice, his like strong like confidence in himself knowing that he's right, and then also believing he's right because he is right most of the times. So yeah, I don't know. It's also the experience he has behind him. Like, I mean, it is David P who brought multiple rosters towards the top of Europe, I would say. So yeah, there's no doubting him honestly.
Okay. Also in the stream interview, Afi said that she would love to hear your voice comms and that she would love to hear the calls from David P. And I personally love voice comms for bringing a more personal note to all that because we get to know the team, the teams behind these games. And since I met you at the media day for the first time, I know that you're a funny guy, and I know that people say the same about Murii. So if we would get a voice come from you guys, how would that sound like?
Um, well, me and Muri, obviously, yeah, you're gonna hear some quite interesting things that will have to be blurred out of the voice com video, I think.
Okay.
Um, But yeah, I would say we're quite easygoing. We're a bit of a troll with each other, but when it's game time, it's game time. Then kind of the fun personality goes away, the joking goes away, and we just focus on the game. But next to that, yeah, it's a lot of jokes.
Is there more place for these jokes when you play when you only play scrims compared to officials?
I wouldn't say much. Obviously, there's a big difference in official scrims, but definitely with the whole new team, we've been kind of like having a bit of more work mentality instead of just it's just scrims. Like doesn't really matter. I've been like really working hard in scrims, like actually focusing, improving, and not just having a laugh and then it's time to go off. Goodbye, you know.
Until now, you played against Sparks, CGN, and Mouse, and you beat almost all of them. I think there was only one and one, right?
One map on CGN, they took
Yeah,
Haven.
exactly. So, is there a matchup still to come that you really respect or even fear?
I'm not really for anyone in the league. To be honest, we saw Mouse as the competitor. I would say. Um, that CGN taking the map obviously wasn't expected, but they just took Haven. Well done by them. Um, I don't know. I would love to play against Altered Attacks because I have Sanarchy and High Kitty in there. We're good friends. Known for a while. Ovation because I love to play John. But yeah, it's more like I kind of want to face like almost any team, like Angry Titans, like Beepo, like ex-teammate, like just more like friends, teammates. Just want to play them because I know them, not because I fear them or anything really.
Do I even have to ask if you're gonna make the playoffs, or is that just said anyway?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty clear. If you don't make it, then I don't even know anymore. It's.
Which teams would you see alongside with you in the playoffs? Which three other teams right now?
In no particular order, I would say obviously us, Mouse. I haven't been really watching the games too much. I wouldn't even say who's like third or fourth right now. But Wave has been looking kind of shaky, so I don't know what's going on there, obviously. But they have a really stacked roster, so I hope they make it because they deserve to make it. So I would say them. And then the last one is kind of like Angry Titans, Ovation, maybe. I'm not really sure. I think like you have us and Mouse who should be really dominant in the league, and then the rest could like anyone could really make it almost. I've been memeing Sparks obviously last season too, but they've been looking really strong and taking maps off teams.
Mm.
So I don't even know about them. Like even they can make it if they play well. Like I really wouldn't be able to say.
I mean, the fact that you can't tell right away just shows us how stacked this league is and how close we are to how close every team is to each other. Before we close this interview, can you give me a bold prediction of where Desire will finish on what place in the regular season?
In the regular season, I mean, 1 or 2 would be satisfied, and third or fourth would be okay. It's fine, we qualify, but kind of a disappointment. So I would shoot for 1 or 2.
Thank you so much for your time. I wish you good luck for the upcoming matches.
Thank you.
Und ich verabschiede mich hiermit aus dieser Ausgabe von Evolution Beyond und freue mich aufs nächste Mal. Bis dann.